Plasma Series by Hasbro.
It's refreshment time, folks.
Hello and welcome to the Frog Brothers Podcast YouTube channel. Today we are doing an unboxing of the Wave 2 of the Plasma Series by Hasbro. Now Wave 2 is Ghostbusters Afterlife characters, so we're going to build a figure in order. So condense these guys down real quick. Jump into Trevor. Now this is not the first action figure I have of Finn Wolfhard wearing a Ghostbusters uniform. But this is...
Why don't you tell us where the other one came from?
The Stranger Things guys, you know what I mean?
I actually wish I had that toy set, but I don't. I'm sure it's going up in price now, considering.
Yes.
Cameraman's definitely not smoking right now.
He's not smoking. So there's some of that classic packaging. This package is a little more condensed than it seems like the Wave 1 was. Actual paper map. So that's pretty cool. A lot of details on that little guy too.
Nice.
And then we got some mini pups over here. Those look pretty good. I almost imagine they did 3D modeling and printing of those to get that kind of detail, that size, which is awesome.
Fascinating.
Another interesting bit here is the Proton Guns come as a separate piece in this packaging style. I can't remember if they did that way in Wave 1 or not. But everyone's like, oh, the blasters are different in this new movie because of this extension on there, and I'm like, I think that's just so the thrower will attach, but we'll see. Oh, remember me? I'm Fred's hand.
Kind of makes you want to get one of those fucking chairs.
Oh,
Like Cherry Hill where the fucking thing is
Mm-hmm. This is a good looking figure. Good sculpt. I like how they got the sneakers on there, right? Not all wearing the boots. The sneakers look good. And that figure just stands amazing on its own. Great. Good accessories. Pack looks good. Doesn't look like they have a lot of updates on these packs compared to Wave 1.
Let's get a shot.
But it's pretty much what you're expecting there.
Yeah, enough detail for something small like that.
Yep, looks great. So we'll go through and get the next one going. Number 2 is podcast. It's funny that his name's podcast because, like, we're on a podcast ourselves here. As Dan Aykroyd would say. Gonna drink some fine Canadian Crystal Head vodka made with pure grains.
I'm gonna do one of those Animorph things where you morph into Craig Goldberg. Doing Dan Aykroyd impressions.
What else is there in life besides Dan Aykroyd impressions? This one has the body of a bodybuilder. Bring a bucket and a mop for that 6-pack pussy.
What do you expect from toy reviews? You expect the cameraman to be smoking a blunt, and you expect pussy jokes.
Yes.
This is what you come to our podcast for. Thank you for viewing this video at our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Hey, not everyone wants PG-rated bullshit. You can find PG-rated content anywhere you go. There's a whole
rating series of Ghostbusters fans and stuff. You want G-rated? Go over to Jason from Ghostbusters News. We love that guy. And, you know, over at the Interdimensional Cross Rip. You want some PG-13, little edge, maybe maybe a little bit of R sometimes? Yes, have some. If you want R/X-rated, you come to the Frog Brothers.
Welcome to the show, where we say and do things that your parents aren't proud of.
Neither are ours.
I don't think we're proud of ourselves.
No, I very much think our style of humor is lowbrow at best.
You're lowbrow, self-deprecating humor.
Yes.
Great accessories with this. This has that little ghost whistle that they talk about. Look at that guy. Cute little details there. He's got the ecto goggles that have been modified. You can tell, at least, are just painted across to look like they've got the camera on there.
Nice.
You need to compare that to...
I think they do have that little extra bit on there. That's not on the normal ones.
Yeah, and the Ray stance from the Wave 1. We've got the RC car controller. Looks great. My favorite thing, though, is this mini puff looks fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a bunch of this other stuff on here. You know, these mini puffs like can attach to them in several spots, so that's pretty cool. And then one of my favorite things about podcasts so far is he's like wearing a karate style belt just tied across, and then he's got his own name badge he's made. And again, he's got his own shoes on doing his own thing, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like they're children, so like the scale's completely different. Now he doesn't stand up just as smooth as our buddy Finn does, but you know, Finn's been on some steady footing for a little while.
Yeah, he's been on Stranger Things for fucking 5 years now.
Mm-hmm. Well, podcast, you might have to wait. You might have to just lean on me.
He's standing on his own.
And next one's Lucky. Lucky's great. We've got an autograph, or a personalized letter coming from her through I Collect Spores, Molds, and Ghostbusters autographs. That'll be coming soon, so I'm going to get it.
Is that the containment unit?
Yeah.
Shout out to that group and podcast, because it's a podcast now as well.
Yeah, they do podcasts based around celebrities they're usually doing signings with, which is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is yet another version of an RC trap. At first glance, before I opened this, it reminded me of the RC trap that came with the Fright Features series, and although some of the tooling
higher detail, though.
Yeah, some of the tooling may be similar, or at least a similar foundation. This is much higher detail, but the scale is pretty close, which is fine, but it does have the trap handle in there. So pretty pleased to have that. That's awesome. Like yourself here. Figure looks great. I like how these are all custom molds for everything, right? You know, with the regular figures, it seems like they got a lot of reuse of the same tooling.
Yeah, all their body styles are very different, so you kind of...
You don't really have that option.
Yeah.
Proton 1 attack. You know, and this one actually looks different.
It seems like they took...
Very interesting how...
They all came with Proton streams?
No, not everyone.
Okay, interesting. Who did, though? Just Lucky so far?
Lucky is the only new character that has a stream.
Did they all come with one? Venkman has one here in the front.
Yeah, I think the old guys...
Yeah, Stance
The
does.
classics all do. Which is fine, because you can interchange them.
Well, yeah, as long as you have enough... As long as it's not just one person with it, it's a little better.
But if you'll notice, though, between these packs themselves, like the ribbon cable... I don't know if that's just a detail change or what, but the cyclotron lights are also in different locations per figure as well.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is pretty fun. I do appreciate that.
Do you know which one's which now?
This came with Finn, and this came with Lucky. So Lucky's ribbon cable did not have any paint markings. And then obviously we got the Sentinel Pterodog's cool head here with his devil horns. Harkens really back to Dragnet, so I'm hoping we get to see some sheepskin pants in this movie. Proton wand. That's pretty heavy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stream here.
And a lot of people pointed out that the color is different.
Yeah, this looks like it's straight out of the trailer, right? So, and it's hard to say for sure.
We'll see.
One thing
Cool.
I have noticed that people said that these are the same throwers that came with Wave 1, and that this extension on the end was most likely just to actually add some stability to hold the thrower beam, which is cool. But yeah, hers has the purple beam like we saw in the trailer. So, but I do like the fact that there's more than one proton pack look already going around, so it just kind of gives you the idea that, you know, these things have been around, so seen some damage, seen some modifications and stuff. The only thing I will say that's peculiar is that they haven't shown like one of the heavily modified packs, and I'm guessing that that's a pack that Phoebe comes with that's going to show the more modified pack that you see in the basement. Some of these other ones may be elsewhere, but that's just pure speculation from me at this point. Got the Sentinel $100 leg, put him on here. So you gotta collect them all.
I like the molding color of that.
yeah.
The translucent toys like that. That's so Ghostbusters. It works for toys. It's great.
And just for sake of opening this, Venkman obviously has the hose attachment. You'll notice the newer figures don't have that on there. The other cool thing is he does have the radio built right into his belt.
They do have the spots on there for the hoses because it's like clearly their uniforms just don't have the hoses on there.
Yep. And Venkman's actually pretty loose here. He's easy to move around. You know, sometimes you open up a brand new figure and they just don't move. And this
Pretty
one's
limber for an older fellow.
Yeah. Well, you know, Bill Murray does like to golf, so.
His hair is very impressive on this toy sculpture too.
Yeah. I'm actually more impressed with this Wave 2 than Wave 1. I've just seen enough of the classic.
Well, it's because it's new to us. It's like, holy shit. And I feel like, man, I'm just worried about the reactions we're going to get to this new movie just because so many people worry about with kids, and now there's kids and women. And it's like, we'll see.
So one of Venkman's other accessories here is this set of Zener cards, or Zener, whatever you want to say it as. I don't know if there's a stack that you can see different ones of or not. Oh, yeah, there are. So you easily lose that. It's a square. A little off on the printing there. A couple of wavy lines. Circle. Plus sign. This better be a fucking star. It is a star.
You can't see these, can you?
No, I swear they're just coming to me. Now, Venkman's pack also looks very much like Lucky's pack here, so I'm not going to pull that out at the moment, just because I do want to keep some of those together. But regular Proton stream there, so you can tell the color difference, and we'll do a video side by side just to show you what those look like. So, obviously a very traditional look that we're used to seeing, and then, you know, the other wand, so I'm sure there's some backstory to this, but just the differences between time and everything to that. But
yeah,
fun to see. Then we have Mr. Winston Zedmore. Why he's hanging on to a classified ad.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about Venkman. Comes with accessories from the first movie.
I could see him still hanging on to those.
Well, he's not going to have them in the new movie, I don't think. If he does, it'd be ridiculous.
No, but I'm just saying,
like Winston, what is it? Winston going to come with classified ads for the first movie? No.
No, I mean,
it's nice to have those accessories for the other figures if you're a full collector, because you can put them with.
Yeah.
The other ones, even though it isn't, I don't know, kind of weird, but hey, cool.
Yeah, and this is interesting because like the map is actual sheet of paper. This is just a sheet of cardboard with kind of a one-pager on there, but
yeah.
If you get in really close on that, you can read some of the details, and I think one of them is directly from the movie. There's a few other things.
Yeah, there's a couple things directly about the movie.
So
something about the Sedgwick, I think, and
oh yeah, Cedric looking for something. Yeah. So far, I do have the complete line of figures that have been released because I did get Tully's Terrible Night. So
same.
A lot of people. I don't know if they didn't get it or didn't think it was worth it, but knowing the new movie was coming, I assumed they were going to have some of these come out.
I pre-ordered these and I'm just still relying on that, but...
So it's very interesting. So going back to Lucky's pack, her pack has the painted... well, actually, no, hers didn't. So Trevor's is the only pack that's really different out of all these so far. So far, none of the rest of these have had the ribbon cable painted.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's intentional or not, but... and then Winston here. Winston's head sculpt looks great. I mean, it looks just like Ernie Hudson if you've seen him. And he's pretty active on social media and everything else, so...
Yeah.
He's still doing a lot of acting, so... So that looks good. And I don't know if
he should have bigger arms. He's more ripped than this, but hey.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's like muscle now.
Yep. And then last but not least, the one that I had to return because I got scammed. Luckily, the Target I went to had been restocked. So they had a full series of 6, which would have saved me a bunch of time and hassle, but half the toy hunt fun is just going and collecting those.
Everybody's standing up.
Besides Lucky and Venkman.
Oh, I didn't even see Venkman back there.
Yeah. Now Ray's got something very cool here. He's got the Tobin Spirit Guide, which I'm going to pull out first, because that just looks awesome. I love the look of that. That's just something we never really saw in the first movie, but that's amazing.
Yep, very Necronomicon looking, just because the size and whatnot, and the
size,
shape, color, and the weirdness of it.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. I'm hoping someone will come out with something replica of that. Ooh, buddy. Get out of there, you son of a bitch. Get in there, yeah. The only thing that's my complaint on some of these Build-A-Figs is they don't have a lot of quite as much articulation, but the figure does look cool. But I mean, his legs are just limited to this pose. So...
yeah, that is a little bizarre, but it's pretty cool still for what it is.
And again, Ray's pack just has the standard ribbon cable on here. So, old man Ray here has all his goods.
Borderline Doctor Strange hair.
Yeah, for real. Looks good.
Or basically just like looks like I make car parts for the American working man, because that's who I am and that's what I care about.
Mm-hmm. So again, he's got the pack and the stream, so we'll throw some accessories on.